If you have tried using the image with text section on the new Shopify Horizon theme and notice it breaks the layout on mobile, then this video is for you. I will show you 2 quick fixes to get the layout working correctly. So recently I've been playing around with the Horizon theme, and part of that I was just building a test about page, working with different sections. And one issue I noticed is when you add an image with text section, by default, it puts in the image first on the left and then text on the right. And that's fine, that's how I want it for the first row. However, for the second section, I want this to flip. So I want the image on the right, text on the left. So if we click into expand the second row, and I will drag the image below the text group. I don't want it in the group, I want it below, but still within the image with text section, like that. So that is now showing how I want on desktop, which is great. However, when we look at mobile, you'll see that it stacks image text, text image. But I'd like it to remain image text, and still keep this image text, text image on desktop. So how do we fix that? Well, the first method I'm going to show you is using some CSS. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to put it back to what it was. So the image was above, like that. And now we'll click onto the image with text section. So we want this whole section basically. So we'll click on that. And then once you're there, you'll scroll down and you'll see this area, custom CSS. So we're going to pop some CSS code in here, which is basically going to flip this image and text, but only on desktop. We want mobile to stay as is, i.e. image, then text. So how do we do that? Well, if you head over to my website and go to resources and then blog, you'll find this article, how to flip the image with text on Shopify Horizon. And then you can scroll down and then there's a section here with some code in. So we can copy this code in and then head back over to our CSS section and paste that in. So you'll see that that has now flipped the image and text. When we go to mobile view, you'll see image, text, and then back on desktop. Perfect. So that's exactly what we want. Now, just to give you an idea of what this coding is doing, is basically saying anything that has a screen width minimum of 768 pixels, which is basically desktops and landscape tablets. And once it's targeted those screens, it's then calling out this section and saying anything that's in that section, basically, I want you to reverse it. So, i.e. image text, text image. So that is the first solution using some CSS. But the second method is using Shopify's AI new generate box, where you can give it a prompt, tell it what you want, and it will output the code in for you. So let's have a look at that one. So for now, I'm just going to leave this CSS and we're going to step back a level and then we'll minimize this. And then I'm going to add a new section called custom section. Add a block. And we're going to see this option here, the new generate block. If we head back over to my article and we'll scroll down to the second solution, which is here, an alternative solution, you'll then see that I used this here. This was my prompt. Now it could be worded better. However, after 2 or 3 attempts, I found this prompt gave me what I needed. So we'll copy that prompt, head back to our theme, paste that in, and then submit. Okay, and there we have it. We've got our image and text, and let's just test doing it the other way. So we want text, then image. So we'll go image right, and now preview that. Perfect. So we've still got image, text in the right order on mobile, and text, image on desktop. If for whatever reason this prompt doesn't output exactly how you like, you can click into here and use some follow-up instructions to say, add this, do this, or tweak that. But one thing to note is once you click save at the top, you can no longer do follow-up instructions. Just for an example, I'll show you. Let's save. You can now see that there's no option for me to do any follow-up prompts. So if that's the case and you've saved it and then later realize that there's an issue, you'd have to go back into here, add another block and do it again. So just triple check everything that you're happy before clicking on that save button. If you found this video helpful and you'd like more Shopify tips, then please do give it a like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, check out this video where I helped a client of mine generate an extra £21,000 a month in revenue by changing one small thing on their product page. I'll see you in the next one.